How we doing, everyone? Hope you're well. Mr. Boulder here, and I'm back today, easing myself into the new year with a very simplistic video. Today I'm going to be showing 10 out of 10 albums in my collection from the glam metal era. So glam metal, hair metal, sleaze rock, hard rock, whatever you want to call it. It's all pretty much the same thing to me. Going to be showing 10 perfect albums from that era. I'll be honest from the off here, there's a couple of albums I'm going to show where there's one song on the album that I don't like as much as the others, but I certainly never skip it, and it definitely doesn't spoil my enjoyment of the album. So I'm going to be showing those albums, and it's still a 10 out of 10 album as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to be doing some more videos like this in the coming weeks for thrash metal, for death metal, and for some alternative rock as well. But we're kicking off the new year with some glam metal. So 10 albums to talk about, and I'm going to go in chronological order. So we're going to go back to 1981. The first one to show, and here's Motley Crue's debut album, Too Fast for Love, which is just excellent. A nice raw production compared to what you got further down the line with Motley, of course. Brilliant stuff. Vince Neil sounding really good on the vocals. Tommy Lee's drums really good. Nikki Sixx's bass playing is what it is. And the star of the show, Mick Mars on the guitar. Fantastic guitar player. It's a shame about how things have worked out with the rest of Motley and Mick Mars these days. But back in 81, they were on fire and put out this debut album, There's Too Fast for Love, which is an absolute beast. No bad songs on this at all. Kicks off with the excellent Live Wire. Iconic guitar intro. Very, very catchy. Sticks out in the head for me, definitely. Great verses and great choruses. Vince sounding really great. When he screams Live Wire, sounds fantastic. Nice little breakdown in the middle before it comes all back in again. Nice solo from Mick. Excellent way to start this record. You've got other stuff on this that is great. Come On and Dance is really, really good. Public Enemy #1. Take Me to the Top is fantastic. Absolutely love that. Piece of Your Action as well is really, really good. Starry Eyes, for me, a bit of an underrated track. Starts off with that really simplistic drum beat from Tommy Lee. Again, some really nice vocals in the verses from Vince. Great stuff. You've got the title track then, Too Fast for Love. Again, for me, another iconic guitar riff. Know it when I hear it straight away. Nice riff from Mick there. Some great choruses. Very, very catchy. Ends with On With The Show. I don't like that as much as the rest of the songs on the album, but I still enjoy it, no doubt about it. It's got a good chorus. It's catchy stuff. Everyone's performance is good, particularly Mick Mars. Just an absolutely fantastic guitar player. Motley Crue's Too Fast for Love. By the way, before I go any further, this isn't a top 10. It's just 10 albums that I think are perfect from start to finish. So there we go, #1 in this list. Motley Crue's Too Fast for Love. Moving on to 1984 now. And here's Dokken's Tooth and Nail, which is a big improvement on their debut, which is patchy, it has to be said. Some great tracks on the debut, but there's some shit on it as well. But not the case with Tooth and Nail. We've got Mick Brown and Jeff Pilson here doing a great job holding together the rhythm section. Don Dokken, great vocals. Actually, Don is very much like Vince Neil these days, where he's absolutely terrible on the vocals and should stop. But back in 1984, of course, he was fantastic. But the real star of the show here is George Lynch on the guitars. An absolutely phenomenal guitar player. He's without a doubt one of the best out there across any kind of subgenre in metal as far as I'm concerned. It's a fantastic album. Kicks off Without Warning, which is basically showcasing George's talents. Then we go straight into the title track, Tooth and Nail, which is probably the heaviest thing Dokken ever did. Great vocals from Don. The solo from George Lynch is absolutely phenomenal. Just Got Lucky up next. Great tune. Heartless Heart, great chorus. Really love that one a lot. Don't Close Your Eyes, close that side A. All good stuff. Side B kicks off with Heaven Comes Down, which is quite sort of slow and mid-pace for Dokken. Really, really great riff. I know it as soon as I hear it. The guitar tone as well on this record is amazing. Into the Fire, great tune as well. I love that. Bullets to Spare is fantastic. One of Mick Brown's snare fills, though. Sounds like it's really phoned in on that. But it's a great track nonetheless. Alone Again, the big power ballad. Of course, power ballads are all over glam metal. Great track, really love it. Great chorus. Again, great solo from George Lynch. And it ends with Turn On The Action, which is a great tune. Loads of energy here. The ballad, which has to be there, of course. Dokken's Tooth and Nail from 1984 is an absolute beast. Perfect album. Speaking of perfect albums, let's stick with 1984. Here's Rats out of the cellar, I should say. Fantastic stuff. Bobby Blotzer on the drums, Juan Croce on the bass, the amazing guitar duo of Warren DeMartini and Robin Crosby. I forgot his name for a second there. Stephen Pearcy on the vocals. Just an absolute banger album. There is no weak spots on this in the slightest for me. Wanted Man kicks this thing off. Great tune. You're in Trouble. Great verses. I like Stephen Pearcy's vocals. Great chorus. Round and Round. Massive tune. Perfect. Great verses. Great chorus. Catchy stuff. Pearcy sounding great. Some brilliant guitar solos. Just an excellent song. In Your Direction up next. Great tune. She Wants Money. That's a great way to close out side A. Lack of Communication. Fantastic riff kicks that one off. Back for More. One of the big songs from Rat. Love that guitar, acoustic guitar in the intro. Sounds fantastic. The Morning After is a great track. I'm Insane. Fantastic stuff. And it ends with the brilliant Scene of the Crime. One of my favourite songs on the album. Great verses, great chorus. Pearcy is again sounding fantastic. More great guitar solos. Bobby Blotzer's drums are fantastic. Rats Out of the Cellar from 84. Absolute classic, absolute banger. Perfect from start to finish. A 10 out of 10 album, no doubt about it. Going to go on to 1986 now. And here's Cinderella's Night Songs. So yeah, as far as this album goes, for me, track 3, Nobody's Fool. Not the biggest fan of that song, but I definitely can listen to it and still enjoy the album from start to finish, no doubt about it. But the rest of the songs on this are absolute bangers. Kicks off with the title track, which is quite sort of chilled out compared to a lot of the rest of the songs on this album. Tom Kiefer's vocals across the whole record are great, but yeah, really good in the choruses. But then we get to track 2, Shake Me, and it's one of my favourite songs on the album. Nice drum intro. Verses are great. Catchy chorus. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Nothing for Nothing. That's a really great track. But for me, one of the deeper cuts, Once Around the Ride, closes out side A, is absolutely superb. I love that chromatic riff that goes up and down the neck. It's very simplistic, but very, very catchy and effective. Tom Kiefer's vocals in the verses, and particularly in the choruses, are really, really good. Some nice soloing from Jeff LaBar, who passed away a few years ago, of course. Side 2, Hell on Wheels, really good stuff. Somebody Save Me, that was a big track from this album I really like. In From the Outside, great chorus, very, very catchy stuff. Push Push, another one of the deeper tracks, one of my favourites. Great chorus, very catchy, some great guitar work again from Jeff LaBar. Closes out with Back Home Again. Great track, just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Like I say, not the biggest fan of Nobody's Fool, but for me, the rest of it is absolutely perfect. But like I say, I can still listen to Nobody's Fool and enjoy the record from start to finish. Night Songs from Cinderella from 1986 is absolutely essential glam metal, brilliant stuff. Sticking with 1986, definitely the epitome of hair metal, glam metal. Here's Poison's Open Up and Say Ah. No, it's not. It's still got a Cat Dragged In from 1986, their debut. Fantastic stuff. So many great catchy songs. I mean, look at that cover. That just epitomises glam metal massively. Kicks off with Cry Tough, which has got a little bit of a phoned-in intro from Ricky Rocket on the drums, but it's a great track. The choruses are fantastic. Brett Michaels sounding great in the verses as well. I Want Action, great track. I love that. I Won't Forget You, decent ballad. Play Dirty, track 4, is probably my favourite song on the album. As far as Poison goes, pretty heavy. Great guitar riff from CC DeVille. I love the verses. Choruses are great. Great solo from CC. Look what the Cat Dragged In. Title track, brilliant. Again, a heavy riff as far as Poison goes. I like the verses. Good lyrics as well. Great vocals from Brett. A great way to close out side A. Talk Dirty to Me, side B, opens up. Brilliant stuff. One of their big tracks. Again, a great riff that's really, really catchy. CC DeVille wrote some great riffs for this record. Want Some, Need Some, another great track. Blame It On You, I really like. Number 1, Bad Boy. That's a good tune as well. Ends up with Let Me Go to the Show. No bad songs at all. 10 tracks, 10 bangers. Poison's Look What the Cat Dragged In. Not Open Up and Say Ah. Is an absolute beast. Fantastic album. Going on to 1988 now. And here's Winger and their debut, which is self-titled, I believe. Yep. These guys got hated on a lot by a lot of people purely because, as far as the ladies were concerned, Kip Wing was very easy on the eye. Fantastic musician, great vocalist as well. If we're talking musicians, you've got some of the best in glam metal here, if not the best. Red Beach on guitar, absolutely outstanding guitar player. Rod Morgenstein on the drums, Paul Taylor on the keyboards. Just fantastic glam metal. Very, very sort of shiny, pop produced. Shiny production, that's what I meant to say. Excellent stuff. There's no bad song on this. It's absolutely superb. Their cover of Purple Haze is a little bit weak, but they've made it their own, didn't just do a carbon copy of it, so you've got to give them props for that. Madeleine kicks this one off. Great chorus, fantastic vocals from Kip Winger. 17, great tune. Without the Night, fantastic ballad. I absolutely love that. One of the best hair metal ballads out there. State of Emergency, good tune. Time to Surrender, Poison Angel, great track that is. Superb chorus. Great guitar work, as always, from Red Beach. Hanging On, ends with another great ballad, Headed for a Heartbreak. An absolutely fantastic ballad. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Everyone's performances musically are outstanding. Kip's voice is great. It's well produced. It's a fantastic record. Winger's self-titled debut from 1988 is an absolute beast and definitely belongs on this list, even with that slightly weak Hendrix cover on there. Going to 1989 now, and here's Warrant's Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Fronted by the late, great Janie Lane. So sad about him to Janie. He died pretty young. It's just a great album. Absolutely brilliant. We've got Jerry Dixon on the bass here. Or was it Eric Turner? I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Joey Allen on guitars, definitely. Great album. 32 Pennies kicks us off. I love the vocals from Janie. Down Boys, great tune. Big Talk. I love that drum intro. It's quite simplistic, but quite catchy. Sometimes She Cries is a great ballad. So Damn Pretty, Should Be Against the Law. Side A is all killer stuff. Side 2 kicks off a Dirty Stop, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. In the Sticks, great tune. Heaven, fantastic ballad. I love that. Really catchy stuff. Riding High, Cold Sweat. Just absolutely fantastic stuff. Yeah, Jerry Dixon on the bass and Eric Turner and Joey Allen on the guitars. Just brilliant stuff. Slickly produced. Absolute banger from start to finish. No bad songs on this at all. I didn't know whether to choose this or the follow-up Cherry Pie, but I went for the debut, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich instead. A brilliant album. Great vocals from Janie. Again, rest in peace. Drums are really good. So's the bass. Everyone doing their part really well. And it's just a great album from start to finish. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich from Warrant. Definitely deserves to be on this list. Sticking with 1989. And one of the best debut albums of all time as far as I'm concerned. Skid Row's self-titled debut is fantastic. Scotty Hill on the guitars. Dave the Snake Sabo, great guitar combo. Rachel Bowen on the bass. Robert Fuso on the drums. And of course, Sebastian Bach on the vocals. An absolutely amazing voice. A huge range. Absolutely fantastic vocals across this record. And it's just an album packed with brilliant songs. Big Guns kicks this off. Just fantastic. Great chorus. Sweet Little Sister again. A fantastic chorus. Can't Stand the Heartache. Those opening 3 tunes are just banger after banger after banger. So good. Piece of Me. 18 in Life. That's a big ballad. Good tune. Rattlesnake Shake closes that side A. A great chorus. Great vocals from Sebastian. Youth Gone Wild. The big tune. Everyone knows that. Great tune. Here I Am. Really, really good. Making a Mess. I Remember You. An absolutely fantastic ballad with one of the best vocal performances you will hear on any song from Sebastian Bach. It sounds amazing. I love the acoustic guitar intro as well. Fantastic guitar solos. Ends with Midnight, Tornado. Just an absolute beast from start to finish. Skid Row's debut from 1989 is absolutely perfect. There was no need for room for improvement here. It's perfect from start to finish. And we'll finish with a couple from 1990. And here's Slaughter's Stick It To Ya. Slaughter formed by Mark Slaughter and Dana Strum after they left Vinnie Vincent Invasion, of course. Tim Kelly on the guitars here, who passed away a long time ago now, back in 1998. Rest in peace, Tim. And Blas Elias on the drums. Excellent album. Again, very slickly produced. Opens at eye to eye. I like that tune. Burning Bridges, great track. Up All Night, though, is just fantastic. Love the harmonised backing vocals in that. Great guitar work from Tim Kelly. Huge chorus, amazing tune. Spend My Life is great. She Wants More. Fly to the Angels, amazing ballad. Mark Slaughter's vocals on that are superb. His vocal range is absolutely outstanding on this record, and the highs he hits in that are just absolutely huge. Side B kicks off with Mad About You. That's Not Enough, one of my favourite tunes on the album. Great chorus. You Are the One. Good ballad. Gave Me Your Heart. Desperately. Ends with Loaded Gun. Perfect album. I nearly chose 1992's The Wildlife, but I decided to go with the debut instead. Slaughter Stick It To You from 1990. Absolutely amazing stuff. I'm going to kick off with a couple of guys we've already seen on this list. This is an absolute beast. Last one to show today. And here's Lynch Mob's Wicked Sensation. So the guys we've seen already, of course, Mick Brown and George Lynch from Dokken. I can never remember who plays bass on this album. And I think the vocalist is Oni Logan. Fantastic voice. Everyone doing a great job with regards to their instruments. Again, George Lynch's guitar playing this is absolutely fantastic. And it's an album packed with amazing songs. And if this came out in 1987, it probably would have been a much bigger deal than it was. It's an absolutely fantastic album from start to finish with no bad songs on it. The opening track, Wicked Sensation, the title track, is great. Love the vocals in the verses. Great chorus. River of Love. Great stuff. Sweet Sister Mercy. Just like that Skidder album. Those opening first three tunes are absolutely huge. All I Want, Hell Child, great tracks as well. She's Evil But She's Mine, close out side A. Perfect side A. And it's exactly the same as side B. Dance of the Dogs, Rain, No Better Roses, great chorus that's got. Through These Eyes, For a Million Years. Street Fighter Man, love the double kick drums and that from Mick Brown. Keeps the energy up nicely. Great vocal performances. Just amazing stuff. And of course, George Lynch's guitar. Whether it's the riffs or the solos, everything he does is just note perfect on this. This is produced by Max Norman, I think, who the same year did Megadeth's Rust in Peace, of course. Perfect album. Absolute bangers. 10 glam metal perfect albums as far as I'm concerned. Brilliant, brilliant stuff there from Lynch Mob. There's Wicked Sensation, an absolute beast. Fantastic album. And if it had come out a few years earlier, it definitely would have sold even more copies, I reckon. So there we go, guys. 10 perfect glam metal albums for me. 10 out of 10 albums. No doubt about it. As always, get in touch in the comment section. Let me know what you think about these. Stick 10 of your perfect glam metal albums in the comment section. I was going to be back next week doing 10 perfect thrash metal albums, but now that the metal tag, as always, popped up in January, I should be doing my answer to the metal tag questions next week. So I'll be back with thrash metal in a couple of weeks. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all your support. Very much appreciate it, as always. And until next time, as per usual, cheers, take care, and I'll see you later.